gotta refrain your foot. Read.
From their path, for their feet run to evil.
For what?
For their feet run to evil.
Every race, creed, and color shall be in heaven.
Creed and color?
Yeah.
What verse is that?
I'm not real sure.
This is not in there. Okay.
Deuteronomy 32 and verse 26. I said, I will scatter them into corners. I will scatter them into corners.
What does that happen to?
That had to happen to the Israelites. We stopped saying faithful. That's right.
The day of Pentecost, they were celebrating.
I can't argue that.
We all gonna be in heaven?
Yeah. I'm gonna be there.
No, you're not. You're gonna be a slave.
Right.
Many things are gods. You can make it many things gods. Car, phone, clothes, right? A person, woman, a sport, you know, whatever the case may be. Right? Give me we're gonna keep reading on that, but give me Proverbs 31 and 3. Right, read that part that you just read one more time, then we're gonna go to this.
Verse 27 of 1 Esdras chapter 4.
Bring it out.
Many also have perished, have erred in sin.
Have
erred in sin.
Many people have erred in sin over and because of a woman.
For women. And now do ye not believe me? Is not the king great in his power?
Right, that's it on that. Right, bring this up.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 31 and verse 3. It reads, give not thy strength unto a woman.
What the Lord say?
Give not thy strength unto a woman.
Most High God told us not to give strength unto a woman. Right? Yeah, obviously for brothers that's not in the truth, but even men that's in the truth, you can't give your strength to a woman. No. To the point to where you contemplate, trying to pick and choose between the Most High God, and a woman, or so on and so forth. Hey, brother in the purple. All right, brother, you guys chosen people, King. You're an Israelite. All right, Lord willing. Yeah, we talked to that brother again. I mean, before. Read that one more time.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 31 and verse 3. Give not thy strength unto a woman, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings.
Right, he said, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. Right, and everybody said they a king. Right, everybody want to be a king. Right, even in the book of Proverbs, it tell you that. Even in the book of Proverbs, it tell you that it is an abomination for kings to commit wickedness. If it's an abomination for kings to commit wickedness, then what are you? Who, like we said earlier, you 0 and 101. Exactly. You just say "con" real loud, and got a nice beard like this brother. You say "con" real loud, you got a nice beard, and you know how to, you might know how to make fringes, right? And then you got "con 777" in your bio. You gotta reevaluate these things, right? Read the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, starting verse 1.
Wisdom of Solomon 6 and verse 1. And it reads, hear therefore, O ye kings, and understand. Learn, ye that be judges of the earth. It's like it, yeah. Of the earth, it's like of the ends of the earth. Give ear, ye that rule the people.
Give what?
Give ear, ye that rule the people.
Most High is commanding you to listen. Pay the hell attention. Right? Take heed to the laws, statutes, and commandments, and the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that's in the scriptures. Right, read.
And glory in the multitude of nations, for power is given you of the Lord.
Right? It said power is given unto us by the Lord, man. So with knowing that you have power with the Most High God, one, that you are Israelite too, right? The Most High God sup with you, read.
And sovereignty from the highest, who shall try your works?
What's your nationality?
Polynesian Hawaiian. Yes, sir.
God. Who shall try your works and search out your counsels.
Right? It says you shall try your works and search out your counsels, bro. The Most High God is going to do these things. How's he going to try your works? The Most High God know what you're, you know, and yeah, the Most High God is the one doing it ultimately, but right, it's Satan. At the end of the day, he know your ins and outs. He know your downfalls. He know what you struggle with. He know how to get you, right? Or how you think he can get you, at least. Right? Read on.
Because being ministers of his kingdom, ye have not judged aright.
Now, us being kings, right? You don't want to be on the side where we haven't judged aright. Whether that be in your household, highways and byways, right? Going to and fro throughout the earth, handling your business. You may be into work job, maybe when you out and about, whatever the case is. You don't want to be recognized as that king, right? That's abominable, filthy, and you're not judging right in these last days. Right?
Nor kept the law, nor walked after the counsel of Yahweh.
He said, nor kept the law. Or walked in the counsel of the Most High God. And what's the counsel of the Most High God? The scriptures. Right? Which also counsel of the Lord to be spoken through, right? Men of understanding. Read.
Horribly and speedily shall he come upon you.
He said, horribly and speedily shall he come upon you. You don't want to be found a hypocrite in these last days.
Right.
That's right. Not being able to do what you set out, right? Give me the book of Matthew. Go to the book of Matthew chapter 7. Matthew chapter 7 and give me 15, I believe.
It's the book of Matthew chapter 7 and verse 15.
Read out.
And it reads, be aware of false prophets.
Oh, that's 21. So
This is the book of St. Matthew chapter 7 and verse 21. And it reads,
Bring it out.
now everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Man will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? In thy name have cast out devils?
right, meaning what? Did we not go on the highways and byways and teach and bring people back to the fold and fill your house that it may be filled and cut down Esau, cut down evil doctrines? We fasted every day of atonement since we came in the truth. We did this, did that, so on and so forth. Did we not do all these things, Lord? Read.
And in thy name done many wonderful works.
Right, wonderful works. What are those wonderful works where Jake come up here not believing in the Lord, now he believed in the Lord, calling himself an Israelite, or he believed in this doctrine and this philosophy, but now he come back to the fold knowing that he an Israelite in these last days. All these are wonderful, these are miracles. You can't look at something like that as a light thing.
At all.
As if, oh yeah, you've been in this truth for a couple years. And these things happen often, all praise to the Most High God. So now you look at it on the low level. These are miracles, man. You're literally breaking off strongholds and chains and shackles in the last days of the people, man. Right? So now you understand that and you know these things and you look at that and like, man, haven't we done wonderful works and miracles in your name? Right? But read on.
And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you.
Ooh, I had chills every time I read that. He said, then I will profess unto them that I never knew you, man. Why? Because you're being a hearer of the word, not a doer.
Right.
You're being a hypocrite. Right? And if you understand and realize that you are walking in these type of ways, and you gotta fix it. Right? Because you don't want to be a hypocrite when the Lord comes back, man. And be found a hypocrite in that day, and be found with all type of evil, abominable, madness, folly, vanity. Hey, it tell you in the book of 2nd Esdras chapter 2, or it's like in 2nd Esdras chapter 1, hey, these are those that was white and clean, paraphrasing. Great. Right? You know?
Depart from me.
What?
Depart from me.
I want.
Ye that work iniquity.
Ye that work iniquity. You that called yourself a king, but all you did was abominations. You that called yourself a king and usurped yourself as some type of mighty man, or and this and that with all these talents, but yet you don't do what I tell you to do.
It's madness, man.
God.
What's this? You now it ain't Owen 101. Now it's Owen, and now you got you 2 and 232. Now. Right? And the 2 battles you won was the 2 times that you fasted. Right, read on.
Read on, verse number 24.
Bring it out.
No.
Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man.
Unto a what?
Unto a
wise man.
And then what? You be wise to take heed to the words of the Lord. You be wise to not only listen, don't get me wrong, it is a beautiful thing and a wise thing to listen to the words of the Lord, to take heed to the scriptures. But it's also a wise thing to put them forth. We bring it out all the time in Ezra chapter 7 and verse 10. Ezra, hey, he listened to the law of the Lord, man. And you gotta realize back then, hey, they used to read the entire law back then, man, in the ears of the people. And rehearse these things in the ears of the people. Now Jake can't stand for 5 minutes. Hear the word of the Lord. Why? Because this world, this earth is waxing worse and worse in these last days. You understand? Right, but read on.
I will like him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock.
Upon what?
Upon a rock.
Right, and you be a wise man to not only listen to the words of the Lord, but do them as well, you know?
And the rain descended.
What's your nationality?
Nationality?
Yeah, like your ethnicity.
Mixed.
That's not really an ethnicity, but what's your father?
What's your father, bro? Indian and white.
Indian and white? Native American? His father, Native American?
And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew.
And the what?
And the winds blew.
He said, and the winds blew. The flood came. The floods, the earthquakes, the wind blew. But guess what? Your faith didn't waver. Your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding didn't get pulled and stripped away from you. You stood 10 toes for Yahweh Shem.
That's right.
Why? Because that house was built upon a strong rock. You know?
And beat upon that house, and it fell not.
And it what?
And
It fell not.
What we got to do in the last days?
And it fell not.
You got to make sure that no matter what, and you fail not. Right? That you don't fall down in this thing. Right? And when we say fall down, we talk about your house.
Right.
You know? You may fall down in this truth. You understand? But like you tell you in the book of Proverbs, you got to get back up. Wise men fall 7 times, but you got to get back up. Right? But if your house fall down, hey, it's hard. It's going to be hard as hell to try to build that thing back up.
Right.
It's going to be very, very hard. So a lot of times when people come in the truth and then they are away from the truth for extended periods of time, it's harder. Now you got 2 engines. That's like a V6. That's like a V6 trying to pull a damn 18-wheeler. It ain't gonna work. Or it's gonna be very, 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 very hard. Right? And it's not gonna run like how it should. Read on.
Read on. And beat that house, and it fell not. For it was founded upon a rock. And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man.
Unto a what?
Unto a foolish man.
Be a fool, man. Right, real quick, go to the book of go to the book of Psalms, chapter 52. What's your nationality?
I guess I'm American.
American? Is America in the Bible? Talk about the good book. What's your nationality? Mexican? Yeah. Right?
I'm doing my very appreciate
Start at verse 4.
Psalms 52 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
Thou lovest all devouring words. All devouring words. O thou deceitful tongue, Yahweh shall likewise destroy thee.
Shall what?
Shall likewise destroy thee.
The Most High God is going to destroy a lot of people. Not just people that's not in the truth. People that's in the truth gonna get destroyed too, man. You're gonna have people with fringes on that's getting destroyed. That's getting utterly torn to pieces by the angels. Right? Read on.
Destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place and root thee out of the land of the living.
Read.
Salah. The righteous also shall see.
Now I said the righteous also shall see.
Right.
Right? Give me the book of, you can hold that. Whoever got their, or so I give you. Brothers, just go to Revelations, chapter 15 and verse 1.
The book of Revelation, Chapter 15 and verse 1, and it reads,
Bring it on.
And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of Yahweh. And I saw, as it were, a sea of a glass mingled with fire.
Mingled with what?
Mingled with fire.
And I seen as it were a glass mingled with fire. Right? Is that glass, what you read about in Job, a multi-looking glass? We're talking about the what? The firmament. Right? And why is this glass mingled with fire? Because that's the fire that's coming upon the face of the earth. Y'all believe in God? Y'all believe He's coming back to save everybody?
I'm sorry.
Right? Could you prove it with a scripture? Right? So it's going into, read that one more time.
And I saw, as if it were a sea of glass.
Right? As it were a sea of glass, read.
Mingled with fire.
Mingled with what?
Mingled with fire.
Right? Now this is what John is seeing from on top of the firmament. You understand? So he's seeing this, he's seeing the fire, death, and destruction that's being put forth upon the face of the earth. And he like, man, it's like a sea of fire, man. Right? Glass, and they'll mingle with fire, read.
And them that had gotten the victory over the beast.
Over the beast. Right now, that's it on that, right? Go back to this.
God.
That verse again.
Psalms 52 and verse 6.
Bring it on.
The righteous also shall see.
Right? The righteous, right? It said the righteous also shall see. When they gonna see? When they on top of the firmament standing, looking down. Right? At the ICBM missiles, looking down at the destroying wind that you read about in the book of Jeremiah chapter 51, and the fanners and the fig leaves falling. Right? You understand? All these different things. That's what they gonna see, man. Not to mention, right, the right aiming thunderbolts of the Lord that you read about in the book of Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. Right? That you read about in the book of 2nd Esdras chapter 13. Right? So on and so forth. Read.
Shall see and fear.
Shall see and fear. Right? So you don't think that in that day is just gonna be a beautiful day. You're gonna be feeling and having so many emotions. It's gonna be like an emotional what they call it? Roller coaster. Yeah. A damn emotional roller coaster, man. Why? Because you're going to see so many things. Right? Why you think Rebecca said, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, man? For what is it unto you? It is a day of darkness and not light, man.
Right.
Meaning what? Yeah, now don't get me wrong. Yeah, we want the day of the Lord to come because we want to get out of this captivity. Yeah, okay. You got to understand the things and the events that's going to come when that day comes, man. Everybody's going to have fear in that day in their heart. Right? The servants of the Lord, it might be fear of the Lord. Right? Or Lord willing, it is fear of the Lord that you got in your heart. Because you fear the Lord, what the Lord will do to you, walking on eggshells, so on and so forth. Right? What's your nationality? Right? You know? It said they shall see and fear. So when you get beamed up in the last days, Lord willing, or not in the last days, but in the end, you get beamed up. Go on the firmament, like we read in the book of Revelation chapter 15, looking down, right, at the land of destruction, the fire, the ICBM missiles, the nuclear bombs, the destroying wind, right? Then in the midst of that, you see the angels coming through, right? You see the lasers, which is described, like I said, in the book of Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and 2nd Esdras chapter 13. You see all these things coming to pass. It said we shall see, right? Lord willing, we are part of the righteous, but we gonna fear as well, man.
Right.
But after we get done seeing and fearing, in the midst of that, what else we gonna do?
It shall laugh at him.
It shall what?
It shall laugh at him.
It said it shall laugh at him, man. Oh, look, that was that brother, man. That damn walked away, man. Right? Man, he said his woman was cold. Or he ain't have enough time for us. Or that was the brother that said he was gonna shoot us. You remember that day? That was the brother that said, hey, what the hell he say?
Trapper died?
I shoot first and ask questions later.
Oh, you God.
Yeah, look at that brother, man.
You better pay to talk to me.
Oh, yeah. I was.
My nationality, Trapper died.
Yeah, Trapper died. You're gonna see these, and you're gonna be in great fear at the first, right? But then, hey, after that fear is passed, and you realize that, hey, you just made it, you're willing, and you gonna laugh at these people, man.
That's right.
You gonna laugh at the heathen. Like, yeah, man, all praise to the Most High. We got, the beast is being slain right now. Hey, the Lord has come, man. Right? Read.
Lo, this is the man.
This is the what?
This is the man.
This is the what?
This is the man.
This is the man. Right? This is the man. Read.
That made not God his strength.
That what?
That made not God his strength.
This is the man that made God not his strength.
Right.
This is the fool.
What?
This is the brother that said he had better things to do, right? Than to spend 5 minutes and learn his nationality, right? And these other nations that look horrendous, right? That thought that they was God, that thought that they could say I am, and there's none else, man. This is the fool. This is he. Read that one more time.
Lo, this is the man that made not God his strength, but trusted in the abundance of his riches.
Of his what?
Of his riches.
But trusted in the abundance of his riches. You got a lot of people that say stuff like that, man. I remember this was like 3 years ago. I was in Cleveland with the brothers in Cleveland, and it was Jake. It was a Saturday. The brothers, they was trying to call him over to get the words of the Lord. Like, come over, brother, come get the words of the Lord. And because they downtown, there's a casino down there, right next to where the brothers teach. And he was going there. He like, man, I'm going to the casino, man. And they kept trying to, bid the brother. Sometimes you gotta get on Jake. They try to bid the brother to come back. And he starts scoffing. And then, like, it was probably about an hour and a half, maybe. He came out boasting. He like, yeah, and I want me some money. And he flashed his money, right? And then walked away into the damn night, man. Right? A man like that, man, hey, he made God not his strength, but did what? But trusted in the abundance of his riches. He made those things his strength. Right? And it don't always gotta be to that extent. It can be in many other different ways as well. Read on.
God has strengthened himself in his wickedness.
Right, and a lot of people do that. A lot of people strengthen themselves in wickedness. Right, like I tell you in the book of Proverbs, it will tell you, hey, unto them this wickedness is a sport, paraphrasing. Right? It's as a sport. They can't sleep unless they did mischief. Right? They meditate mischief upon their beds. Right? Go to Proverbs chapter 1 real quick. Proverbs 1 and start at 12.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 12.
Yo.
And it reads thus. Let us swallow them up, alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit.
Right.
We shall find all precious substance, and we shall fill our houses with spoil.
Right. Listen, and when you read the beginning of this, it's telling you, or not the beginning, but a couple of verses up, it's telling you if sinners entice thee, consent not. Right? If sinners entice you, consent not. If they try to bid you and try to provoke you to do evil. Read.
Cast in thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse.
It said, let us all, man. Meaning, look, if we come in and slide on these fools down here, man, hey, you gotta shoot too. You're not finna just be in the car just to be in the car, right? Or hey, if we go hit this lick, hey, you gotta come in too. You can't just stand outside. Read.
My son, walk not thou in the way which with them.
It said, walk not in the way of them. So like, hey family, I got 1 minute. 1 minute. One scripture. a fool for 1 minute
I
then.
ain't gonna lie, I'm in a rush, man.
Y'all look lost.
Come on.
Y'all look lost.
Thank you.
And this is just confusion. Pure confusion. That's Babylon, man. Word Babel. Yeah, that was a woman. That's 2 women. I already know about the Israelites. Yeah. I know. You know.
Cast in thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse. My son, walk not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from
refrain thy foot. You gotta refrain your foot. Read.
From their path. For their feet run to evil.
For what?
For their feet run to evil.
Their feet run. It's like run to evil, man. Our people as well as the other nations, man. Feet run to evil. Read.
And make haste.
And do what?
And make haste to shed blood.
See that? Right, go back to that and you still got that in Matthew chapter 7.
It's the book of Matthew chapter 7 and verse 25, and it reads, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell not, but it was founded upon a rock. And everyone that hears these sayings of mine, and doeth them not, shall be like unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand.
Right, which built his house not upon the sand. Right, and at the same time as well, y'all believe in God?
Absolutely.
Y'all believe in God?
I do.
So y'all believe in the Bible as well?
I do.
Real quick, how do you think God feels about these things right here?
What are those things? What are those things?
You know what they are.
Oh, absolutely. He detests it.
Yeah.
He detests it.
Right, so what do you think the judgment for the people that had a hand in the part of our slavery as well as the ones that benefit from it still to this day? What you think their judgment is going to be?
The same as the judgment who commits adultery. The same as the judgment on the man who commits murder. The same as the judgment on, because God says sin is sin is sin. He says there will be people of every race, creed, and culture in heaven. And I believe that with all of my heart.
What verse is that? No verse in the Bible says that.
That there will be...
He said every race, creature, and
every race, creed, and color shall be in heaven.
Creed and color?
Yeah.
What verse is that?
I'm not real sure. I'm not real sure.
Because it's not in there.
Okay.
Every race, creed, and color?
Or it may not say race, but it may just say creed. Basically, it says that everybody will be in heaven.
And everybody will be in heaven.
Not everybody, but all types.
Come on, man. Come on. We got to pick one.
Hang on just a second. I'll find it out.
What version are you reading out of?
King James.
Okay. So you saying it don't say just before? You say it don't say color or creed?
Maybe it does. I'm not sure. I'm fixing to find out for you. Revelation 7:9. And after this, I looked and I saw a great.
It don't say
every nation, tribe, people, and language standing before the throne before the Lamb.
Yeah, it don't say creed and color.
I do apologize. I do apologize.
So do you know what that's talking about?
That in the end, there was people of every. It's talking about. After this, I looked, and before me was a great multitude that no one could count from every nation, tribe, people, and language, standing before the throne and before the Lamb. They were wearing white robes and holding palm branches in their hands.
Right.
Salvation belongs to our God who sits on the throne and to the Lamb. That's Revelation 17. Right after 17. Yep. 7.
You was reading Revelation 7.
7:9. This is 7:10. This is the verse right after.
Oh, you said 7:10. I thought you said 17.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, so go to the book of James 1:1. James 1:1. Give me Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 9. Give me Acts chapter 2, verse 5. You gotta understand who those that's coming out of every nation is talking about.
Okay.
Give me Acts 2 and 5 first.
Acts 2 and verse 5. And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews.
Who? He
Jews.
said there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews.
Devout men out of every nation out of every nation.
So they was only in the land of Israel.
Out of every nation.
The Israelites only ever been in the land of Israel.
Out of every nation.
So you had Israelites, and you said that's false?
Huh? No, that the Israelites are only in Israel?
Right. So
No,
my point is, if they're not only in Israel, they only had one nation of people who were scattered upon the face of the earth.
That's right.
Which are who?
Huh? That would be the Israelites. Is that
Right.
Yeah,
So if the Israelites were the only ones that scattered upon all the nations of the earth, then where do they have to be gathered from?
From all the corners of the earth.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you read Revelation chapter 7 and verse 9, somebody get it for me.
Yeah.
7 and 9.
Bring it out, bring it out.
Revelation 7 and verse 9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude,
Right. A great multitude.
which no man could number, of all nations, and kindreds, and people, and tongues, stood before the throne and
That's
before.
when it says every nation, kindred, and tongues, right? Because guess what? Real quick, go to the book of Psalms chapter.
It did say Israelites.
Listen.
Okay.
Go to the book of Psalms. Because chapter 16
Here's
verse
where
1.
I've always wondered about things.
Right, and somebody else pick up a sword and give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter
In the
32
beginning,
and 26.
when Cain slew Abel, and he was
Whichever one, bring it up.
pushed out of the garden.
Deuteronomy 32 and verse 26.
Wow.
I said, I will scatter them into corners.
I will what?
I will scatter them into
Who
corners.
did that happen to?
That had to happen to the Israelites because he's talking to his people.
Read.
That's right.
I will scatter them into corners. I will make the remembrance of them to cease from among men.
To cease from among men.
So
the
Israelites are gone
listen.
Right.
It said the remembrance, not that they gone.
Okay.
It said I will make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. Not only that, they're gonna be scattered into the corners of the earth,
That's
meaning
right.
everywhere.
That's right.
So
Yes,
if they're
I would
scattered
agree with that.
everywhere, guess what? That's why you have Israelites nowadays who are referring to themselves as Americans, African Americans, Hispanics, Guatemalans, Haitians, Jamaicans, all of these different things. That's my point. So when you go to Revelation chapter 7 and verse 9, those nations, it's talking about the Israelites being taken from all nations. That's why when we went to Acts chapter 2 and verse 5, read that again.
So are you saying that only Israelites will be?
Listen.
Acts 2 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men out of every nation.
Now it said out of every nation.
That's right. That's
Read.
right.
Under heaven.
That's right.
Now when this was noise abroad, the multitude came together and were confounded,
Right.
because that every man heard them speak in their own language. In their own language.
Their own language, because
That's right.
back then you had Jews that spoke multiple languages.
That's the day of Pentecost.
You
you're
had-
referring to.
Right.
Yeah.
But you had
the Holy Spirit sat on like fire.
Listen.
Yep.
You had Jews that didn't just speak Hebrew.
No.
You had certain Jews who could only speak Moab. Or they could only speak Italian.
Right. You're
Or they could
referring
only
to
speak whatever the
day-
case may be.
You're
Read.
referring to the day, though, whenever
Read.
nobody could understand
God.
what Peter and
And
James
they
were preaching.
were all amazed and marveled,
That's right.
saying one to another,
How did
Behold,
these men-
are not all these which speak Galilean? And how
They
here,
drunk.
like it, and how here we every man in their own tongue wherein
It
we
said
were
how
born.
we hear every man in their own tongue and wherein they were born. Because you had Israelites that was born in all
It's not
different
just
parts of the
Israelites,
earth.
though. Not just Israelites. though.
What you mean?
It wasn't just Israelites.
It wasn't just Israelites there?
No, it wasn't just Israelites, sir.
It's
man
the
from
day of
every-
Pentecost, right?
That's right. That's
So
right.
if it's the day of Pentecost,
That's right.
what is the day of Pentecost?
The Pentecost
Is
the
that
day the Holy
a
Spirit-
world? Listen.
It's the day the Holy Spirit came down.
No, listen. You're not listening.
Listen, brother.
The day of Pentecost
We all
was they were
gonna be in
celebrating.
heaven. I can't argue this.
We all
with
gonna
you.
be in heaven.
Yeah,
Listen to this.
I'm gonna be there.
No, you're not. You're gonna
See
be
you
a
guys.
slave.
Right.
Right? Come back, man.
What are those?
What's going on, brother? What's your nationality? And we're gonna get back to that. What's your nationality?
I'm trying to look at some of the stuff I need to. I love stuff like that.
What's your nationality? What's your ethnicity?
I just want to look at this stuff. No mind, man. I'm here down the road.
Brother,
I just
we
wanna
gotta
look at
mind
all
you.
this
You
stuff
are a brother.
I love this kind of stuff. I love something about stuff like this. Gotta look at it too much.
So, brother, what's your nationality? What's your ethnicity? We gonna address you, brother. You are a brother.
Right.
We love you, so we gonna address you.
Yeah, I'm loving all this stuff. I'm here down the road. I'm looking at all this.
What you looking at, brother? What's intriguing about this right here?
I'm hearing, don't think I ain't hearing what you're saying. I'm enjoying that you. I'm loving all this stuff, and I'm enjoying that you're talking to me right now. Cause I'm hearing what you were saying. I'm enjoying what you're saying to me. I'm enjoying it. That's why, and I love this type of stuff. I'm looking at it. I'm gonna head down the road. I'm down the road in no time. I'm into the.
What I'm saying, brother. You said you enjoying what I'm saying. What I'm saying.
I'm saying I'm into the happiness of information and the ways of different ways of all things of the spiritual.
So look,
spiritual.
Brother, if you like information and you in the age of information, let us give you some information there, brother. You can't gather and get information with not being attentive. Give me Wisdom of Solomon 6:25.
You talking about? We talking about that?
Wisdom of Solomon 6:25.
Bring it out.
Receive therefore instructions.
And what?
Instructions.
But you gotta receive instructions right now, brother. Read.
Through my words.
Through my what?
Through my words.
The words of the Lord that we gonna speak. Read.
And it shall do you good.
At the end of the day, the things that we telling you, brother, is for your good. So we want you. That's why we wanted to have a conversation with you, so we can give you information,
right,
so that you can understand and learn in these last days. You understand, brother?
Yeah.
All right. So what's your nationality?
Loving the word.
You said
Holy
what?
Bible, loving the Holy Bible, loving the word, the scripture. I mean, I ain't saying like I'm saying. This I'm talking about the power of the Holy Ghost. That's what I'm talking about. The word. I'm talking about God was the word. You know, in creation. That's what I'm talking about.
Is God coming back to save everybody?
God do that. God gonna do that. God is a redeemer, and he do saving power on everything. He do that all the time. That's your question. What you said, God is a redeemer. You hear me?
A redeemer for who?
To answer your question, God is a redeemer, and he used saving power on all things. He do that all the time. I just wanted to answer your question when you said that. Will God come back to save us all? I'm saying God is a redeemer, and he used saving power on us all the time. And that's why I'm going to answer your question about. That's why I wanted to answer your question about that.
What's your name?
I'm making a lot of nicknames, but yeah.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23 and verse 5. Behold, the days come.
The what?
The days come, said the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper. It shall execute judgment.
It shall what?
It shall execute judgment and justice in the earth.
Right now, this hasn't happened yet. Read.
In his days, Judah shall be saved.
Judah what?
Judah shall be saved.
Judah hasn't been saved yet.
Right.
Read.
And Israel shall dwell safely.
Israel doesn't dwell safely yet. Read.
And this is his name, whereby he shall be called the Lord of righteousness. Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Right.
But the Lord liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel.
No, the whole world.
Which led the house, the seed of the house of Israel.
All the different nationalities and the Edomites, the Ishmaelites, the Jebusites, the Ethiopians, all these other nations. Read.
It's like out of the north country.
Out of where?
Out of the north
Which is Babylon the Great, as well as what else?
And from all countries within I have driven them.
Why? Because we scattered throughout the earth. Read.
And they shall dwell in their own land.
See that? So this hasn't happened yet, brother. And the Lord's not coming back to save everybody. He's coming back to save the house of Israel.
Right.
The seed of the Israelites.